Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the Munce Report as we look ahead towards a big weekend of feature racing at the Sunshine Coast on Saturday. Joining us is trainer Chris Munce and John Bird from Unibet. Welcome to you both. Chris, it's an exciting weekend of racing for the team with two runners entered for stakes races at the Sunshine Coast, headlined by the unbeaten Pelisapan in the Group 3 Winx Guineas. But I guess you're watching towards the skies, though, ahead of Saturday with quite a bit of rain around and a bit more forecast on the way.
Yeah, well, that's right, Adam. I mean, hopefully that we don't get enough rain that the race meeting's in doubt, but it's always a good meeting every year, and this one won't be any different, I'm sure.
Sure. Currently rated a heavy 8, the Sunshine Coast, as we're recording on Thursday, so we'll keep an eye on that track rating over the coming days. Birdie, welcome to you, and nice to see we got off the board with the Munce Racing Quaddie Club last week, albeit a little unfortunate that a few of the favourites featured.
Yes, the favourites did get up last week, but yes, a couple of them were pretty good things. So you put them in and got the small dividend.
Small dividend, but something to build into the coming weeks. Hopefully a bit of momentum there. So let's get into the preview ahead of Saturday. Chris, Bedini's Girl lines up in the Bruce McLaughlin Classic, where she returns to the scene of her debut win at the Sunshine Coast. She's had 3 weeks between runs to freshen her up for the drop back to the 1,000. And you'd think rates well for a race like this, despite that wide draw.
Yeah, I'm sure she will, Adam. You'll need a very fit horse there Saturday, and fit she is. She's pretty much near the end of her prep, and she's had 3 or 4 runs already. So she'll strip a very fit horse there on Saturday. She'll sport blinkers for the first time. I've worked her a couple of times in them and galloped her in them, and I've actually thought she went quite well. So from a draw, I think a couple of the favoured chances are around her, so they should be able to take her forward, get her into the right spot at the right time. I mean, she could have ran on Wednesday in a pretty easy Class 1 there yesterday, but I just thought Eagle Farm, she doesn't really let go on it like I know she can, so I thought I'd just wait, take her to the track that I know she gallops on, and I'm sure she'll be very hard to beat.
Okay, well, fair bit of confidence there, and we've mentioned on the show throughout the winter she's had a great preparation with that stakes performances. Birdie, she's never really been favoured in the market throughout the winter, but I guess this being a bit more of a suitable race, where is she and what's the market doing in this race?
Yeah, she's back to where she's won previously, so it's a big factor. $6 and $2.20 this week. Okay,
well, much shorter, but as Chris said, a bit of confidence there, so some each way value there. Okay, well, let's move on to the big one, the Winx Guineas, where Pelisapan shooting for 5 straight wins, which is pretty appropriate given who the race is named after. Justin Huxtable back aboard here, drawn well in Barrier 3. Chris, how is she heading into this one?
Yeah, well, I can't fault her. I mean, she's an easy horse to train. She pretty much trains herself. You just keep her fit and keep her healthy, and she seems to do the rest herself. It's pretty simple when you've got good horses. So I'm sure she'll race very well on Saturday. Obviously, she's first go at the mile and first go on a heavy track, but she's a So You Think, and that sort of ticks both of those boxes. And I mean, when you go through the form of the race, there's quite a few there that, particularly a few of the more favoured or horses that are favoured in the race, they just don't handle the wet at all. So I'm sure that she's going to be handling the wet quite well.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed. I'm sure she'll have a lot of fans given her form line with the picket fences heading in. And also important to mention Justin Huxtable, who's also aboard Bedini's Girl. He's 1 win away from outriding his claim. So good luck to Justin over the weekend. Birdie, Pelisapan, obviously we've mentioned winning form's good form. How's she priced in the market?
Yeah, she's the perfect horse for an owner and a punter. Got speed and puts herself in a good position, and she's got the good barrier again this week. So she's $6.50 and $2.35 the place at the moment.
Okay, Birdie, sounds like some juicy odds there. Can you guys make it any juicier with an offer for the good guys for the Munce Racing faithful this week?
Yes, at $2.35 the place, Pelisapan will give an uplift of $3.
$3 fixed. Okay, well, that sounds like even better value. So anyone wants to take advantage of that, they can just look in the vault in the lead up to Saturday. So thanks for that. Sounds like a pretty good offer. Let's move ahead to the final run on the program, who's Munce in the listed glass house over the 1,400 metres. Chris, he was beaten less than 2 lengths to finish 6th in the eyeliner, and the 1,400 should suit. Although I guess the wet track is the concern for him here.
Yeah, well, that's right, Adam. I mean, if we were racing today, he wouldn't be running. And if what they're saying about the weather is right, I doubt he'll be going around on Saturday purely because of the track. The horse is fine. He's in perfect order, and I think he's just starting to race himself into a bit of fitness. But it's just I've seen him enough times on the wet to know that he doesn't go. And I'd probably just have to wait for another day if we are on a rain-affected track.
Yeah, a bit of a shame for him if that does happen. I guess he seemed to be building into a bit of form, didn't he? So, all right, well, he may not run, but Birdie, give us the market update anyway and where he sits.
Munce is $21 and $6 a place at the moment.
Well, we'll keep an eye on the track rating and, of course, whether Chris does decide to go around or not. Okay, well, they're the runners for the Sunshine Coast meeting. Birdie, any other best bets from yourself or offers worth mentioning for the Munce Racing faithful before we let you go?
My 2 bets last week were well in the market but weren't quite quick enough. I will produce another bet for the weekend, but I'll do some heavy track form tomorrow before I release it. And just remember, if Grafton the track's good during the week, Munce might go to Grafton. So just see what the weather does that way.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And any other offers from Unibet over the weekend outside of those we've already mentioned on Palispan?
Yes, we have races 1, 2, 3 at Flemington, Rose Hill, Sunshine Coast and Belmont. Money back 2nd and 3rd.
Very good. All right, well, Birdie, thanks for your time and insights. We'll let you go, and then Chris can round out the other weekend runners, the provincials.
Okay, boys, thank you.
Okay, Chris, well, let's also touch on Friday's Ipswich meeting where Smart Meteor lines up in a Class 3 plate over the 1,680 metres. He's been a model of consistency this preparation and drops back from midweek metro level for this.
Yeah, it's the right race for him, Adam. Obviously, we've got to keep an eye on the weather with him as well. He doesn't like the wet. He'll handle it soft. But if it's a very wet track, he'll be doubtful running. But he's in good order. He's a remarkable horse in one way. He's been in work and been in the stables for a long time. But he continues to hold his form and he continues to appreciate being in the stable and looked after, and he continues to race well. So can't really knock him too much in that sense.
Yeah, sure. He has. He's hardly missed a check, I think, in what's been a long prep. So hats off to him, and he deserves a win. The other runners to round out the weekend, you've got 2 acceptors for the Gold Coast on Saturday. However, Buddha's drawn the car park, barrier 22, and his 7th emergency for race 1. So I guess won't be going around, and you look for another day there.
I would think so. I think there's 1,100 metre maiden coming up for him, and the other runner, 3 Point Missile, he's drawn nicely, and he'll probably run if the track's not too rain affected. But if it's wet, he'll have to wait as well because he's another one that's proven that he can't go a yard in the wet. So just a few question marks on a few of those provincial runners.
Yeah, sure. And obviously, as we mentioned, the wet weather's no doubt going to affect things. But anyway, fingers crossed the skies can fine up. And thanks for your time. Good luck to everyone over the weekend. All the best.
Good on you. Thanks, Adam.